yellow table looks ready to go. They come in and they always have morning work. It varies. Sometimes they're working with Play-Doh, other times it's a worksheet, and sometimes it's even math tubs. It just depends on the morning. I don't ever like to keep it the same because then they get bored. I need someone before we begin to lead us in our classroom rules. Jocelyn, come on up. It's a first time in school for most of them, and they've never been in a school setting. They want to lay on the floor, they want to talk all the time. They're very egocentric at this age, and that's not their fault, that's not a problem. It's just reinforcing the good behavior that you want and teaching them the right way to act in school. Very good job. Give your brains a kiss. And give Jocelyn a 10-finger. The school standpoint, they want them to know all their letters and sounds. They are expected to know 40 kindergarten sight words. They need to write 3 cohesive sentences by the end of the year. They need to know how to count to 100 by 1s and 10s. And they need to be able to subtract and add numbers 1 through 10. So it's definitely not what it was when I went to school. A lot of high stakes, even though it is kindergarten, and they're expected to pretty much be reading by the end of the year. Class?
Yes, yes.
Come to the rug. After the morning work, I called them to the rug and I had them share with their partner their goals for the day. This is our morning routine. We do it every single day. They talk about the good things they want to accomplish, and then at the end of the day, we come back and discuss them and see who accomplished their goals. I think it's just a good way to get them started, get them talking, and a nice way to start their day. Think about the goal you want to accomplish today. It does not have to be the goal on our Super Improver board. It can be any goal you want. Think about it. Hands and eyes.
Hands and eyes.
Oh, mighty, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be calling on you in just a minute to see what your goals were, but before we do that, I'd like you to tell your shoulder partner your goal. Peanut butters, you will talk first. Jellies, you will be listening. How will I know if you're a good teacher? Kyle? By doing your gestures. Where are you going to look? At the ceiling?
No, at the person in front of you.
At the person in front of you talking. Very good. How will I know if you're a good listener? Brianna? You're going to use your listening gestures. Very good. Peanut butters, like I said, you will talk first. Ella, you're going to be the peanut butter. Reagan, you're going to be the jellies. Since your partners are not here today, you will be talking to each other. Capiche? Jameson, I will be talking to you. All right, you're talking about your goal. Ready? Teach.
Okay.
All right, honey, what's your goal today?
Helpful, because if we share, we get to be good friends.
Switch! Most of them come to me, and this is their first time in school. In kindergarten, it's a lot of behavior. It's all classroom management, and some of them coming in, and they're ready to go, they're mature, and others are not, and it's getting them to understand what it's like to be in a classroom setting. So I always make it a point to have them share and talk with their partners. It gets that communication going, And like Brianna said, it's a good way for them to meet friends and just talk to people. Reagan, who was your partner?
Ella.
Ella, and what's Ella's goal?
Go up there and get a star.
So to raise her hand for permission to speak? Ella, that's a wonderful goal. Good job. Ella, who's your partner?
Reagan.
And what's Reagan's goal today?
Line up quickly.
Line up quickly. That is a great goal for us because we're having some trouble lining up quickly at recess, aren't we? Very good job. Sarah, and what's Sarah's goal today?
She wants to get
10 blue tickets and go to the treasure tower. What do you have to do to earn those 10 blue tickets, Sarah?
to be good.
Be good and be a bucket filler. Very good. We have buckets, and every time a student is a bucket filler, they get a blue ticket. And to be a bucket filler, they have to be a good friend. Whenever they give someone a compliment or they say something nice, they're filling someone's bucket. So in turn, I fill their bucket with a blue ticket. And when they get 10, they get to go to the treasure tower and get a little toy. We are going to get started on our phonics lesson today. So are you ready for the letter of the day?
Yeah!
Letter of the day.
Yeah!
Letter of the day.
Yeah!
Letter of the day.
Yeah!
Very good. Our letter this week that we have been working on is the letter K. Traquan, what sound does the letter K make? Say it a little louder. Very good. K, k, k.
The letter K. 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 With K. We click and drag the picture if it begins or ends with the letter K.
All right. I am going to be picking sticks, and those of you that are sitting nicely will get to come up to the board for our beginning sound sort. If the picture begins with the letter K, 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 like kite, you're excused. You are going to drag the picture into the box. If you are correct, it'll make an elephant noise. If you are not, it'll bounce back. Easy peasy? All right, I'm looking for people that are sitting nicely.
You draw the lowercase to the lowercase to the you just draw the lowercases, and then you go down bottom, and then you draw the lowercases again.
Catch up. Give her a 10 finger. Jocelyn, please pass the pen to Traquan, who is sitting very nice. Walking feet, Evan. Koala. Very good. Everybody point to Traquan and say, Traquan is a genius. Traquan, please pass the pen to Jameson. Cat. Ooh, freeze. When that happens, you click on the white and then click back on the picture. I think it's a fine motor skill, and it also teaches them patience. If you saw a lot of them, they just wanted to pull the picture really quick, and if they do that, it's not going to work. So it's a good way to teach patience to these 5- and 6-year-olds.
You draw the English sounds to the board. If you don't have the English sounds, you don't draw them to the board. And then we like that's the other one. You do ending sounds.
I use the active board daily. We get evaluated based on how we use technology, so I integrate it in everything we do. The students love coming up to the board. They love showing what they know. They're not afraid to make mistakes at this age. And if they do, we always say, well, how do you learn from our mistakes? So it's a great tool. We also use active votes, so they can vote with a little remote from their seat, and it's used daily in my classroom, for sure. Beautiful. Please give Brianna a 10-finger. Hands and eyes. We also did act out the alphabet. It's important that they're saying their letters and their letter sounds all the time, every day. A says alligator. B says bounce. C says cold. I know. D says dive. Good job, Kyle. Exercise.
A brain break, so you can get all your wiggles out. So when we have to sit on the work for a long time, we don't get to go around on the rug. A brain break. We do a brain break. We do each one. Miss Garcia picks some songs, like some brain breaks. She likes to do Good Noodle and like Kids Pop, but she likes to do Popsicle. She likes to do that one.
Jiggle says karate. It's hard for kindergartners to sit still. I try to keep my teaching to 10 minutes at a maximum. And then you heard them talking about the brain breaks. So I teach for 10 minutes, give them a brain break. Teach for 10 minutes, give them a brain break. And it's just important because they're 5 and 6. They need to get up, they need to move, and then hopefully they can sit down and sit still for 10 minutes. And this is how we popsicle, popsicle, pop, popsicle. After our whole group activity, they went to their tables first and they practiced saying all their letters and sounds. They each have their own high frequency word binder clip, and depending on their ability level and the words they know, they have to read all the sight words that I know they recognize. Once they're done with that, they go to their centers.
Ball. Rug. Bug.
I have a word work center. In our high frequency word center, they get to create their sight words using different modalities, and they love it. They get to write their words in the sand, they get to trace it with glitter glue, they get to spell them on beads and with Play-Doh. And it's really increased their sight word knowledge, especially when we're learning 2 words a week. I have a computer center and my listening to reading center. I've always wanted a listening to reading center, and unfortunately, those tend to cost a lot. So I decided to do a Donors Choose project, which is a website where you talk about your students, you tell your story, and then hopefully you inspire them enough to donate. And I was very fortunate that people responded. We have 5 Kindles in our classroom now with kid-proof cases, which are very important in kindergarten. And I feel like the Kindles are really making a difference. They're able to listen to stories of their interest and ability levels. They highlight the words for them as they're reading, and then I have them do a comprehension activity afterwards. So it's making an impact, and they think they're just playing games and having fun, and that's what kindergarten's all about.
Kindles, you have to write the title, write your name. When you're done with all 3 of the pages, you can just read a book for joining.
You know, no child is the same. They all learn differently, so I try to make sure that I accommodate all their needs. Kinesthetic, visual, auditory. That's why you see me do a lot of songs, a lot of water spelling, just anything that will accommodate what they need. Right now we're going to make our lowercase k. Now remember, lowercase k looks very similar, but it is a little bit smaller. Good. So I'm going to show you first. Remember, we always start in our starting corner, which is where the smiley face is. A nice straight line down. Pick your finger up. Slant to the middle. Slant to the floor. Please make your lowercase k.
You have to do this.
Not from the top. Try again. Oh, that is a beautiful lowercase k, Miguel. Okay, so nice straight line down. Okay, get your finger wet again. Now, you're gonna start over here. Slant to the middle, slant to the floor. Beautiful lowercase k. I have been teaching 2 years now. I started working with children when I was 15. I was a swim instructor at first and a gymnastics coach. And I love just having a job where I could wake up happy and to come home smiling as well. And I thought, well, maybe I could do that in the classroom and make a difference in students' lives. And what better way to do it than in kindergarten, where this is most of their first time in school. They don't have any preconceived notions, and I can only hope to just create a love of learning with these little ones that will stick with them throughout their entire school career.
She's smart because she can know all these letters she teaches us. She's nice to us. She gets to teach us some fun stuff sometimes. And she gets to let us do brain breaks sometimes a day. And even when our brain gets tired, we get to move around and do brain breaks sometimes. Because she teaches good things.
Glenallen is a great school to be at. It's my first school, so I am a little partial, but I think I reflect what they want here. I think I reinforce my students' positive behavior. I come to school with a smile on my face. I work as hard as I can, and my kids love coming here. So I can only hope that I reflect what they want here at Glenallen.
Class! Yes, yes, yes!
Oh, class!
Oh, yes!
Show me hands and eyes. Oh, do I see them all? Rodimus, come have a seat. We're getting our library books and we're going to Media Center. Maya, honey, let him go. Mighty, oh yeah. Creating that love of learning and seeing them grow and excel and overcome the struggles and to have fun doing it. And that with a lot of work and patience, that I can make a difference in these kids' lives. A bubble in your mouth. Make sure you give your books a great big hug and line up. Oh, Brianna looks like a superstar. I'm gonna be writing her name on a blue ticket.